Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into a super important topic: how to eliminate debt and finally get control of your finances. Now, if you've been feeling overwhelmed or stuck in a cycle of debt, then this video is for you, so stick around and make sure you watch it to the end. Now, before we jump in, I want to quickly apologize for not putting out any videos recently. I've just been feeling a little bit disillusioned with the whole crypto space because of all the scams and rug pulls. So moving forward, this channel is going to go back to what we do best, and that's focus on solid investments and finances, whilst also calling out those scams and scammers to help protect you and to protect me. Now, eliminating debt might seem impossible at first, but the good news is with the right strategies and mindset, it's totally achievable. So today I'm going to share 4 proven methods that have helped countless people get out of debt and stay out of debt for good. So stick around because each method has its own advantages, and by the end of the video you'll know exactly which one works best for you. So let's jump right into it. Okay, so first up we got method number 1, the debt snowball method. Now, this method is all about building momentum and staying motivated. Here's how it works. You focus on paying off your smallest debts first, regardless of the interest rate. Now, while you're doing this, you continue to make minimum payments on all of the other debts. Once the smallest debt is paid off, you roll that payment into the next smallest debt, and you just keep repeating this process until all of your debts are completely gone. Now, the reason that this method is so effective is because it's psychological. Paying off a debt completely, even a small one, gives you a sense of accomplishment and motivates you to keep going. It's like knocking over a series of dominoes. Each win builds momentum for the next one. So for example, let's say you've got 3 debts, $500, $1,500 and $5,000. You start with the $500 debt first. Pay this off as quickly as possible while making minimum payments on the other 2. Now, once the $500 debt is gone, take that amount that you're paying into that debt and then add it to the payments for the next debt, which is the $1,500 debt. You just keep on going, and before you know it, you'll be debt free. Method number 2, the debt avalanche method. Now, this is a bit different from the snowball method because this one focuses on saving the most money in the long run. So instead of starting with the smallest debt, you prioritize the debt with the highest rate of interest. By tackling high interest debt first, you minimize how much you pay in interest over time. So here's an example. Let's say you've got 3 debts again, one with 25% interest rate, one with 15% and one with 10%. Even if the debt with the 25% interest rate is the largest balance, it's the one you tackle first. Make minimum payments on the others and throw as much as you can at that high interest debt. Once it's gone, move on to the next highest interest rate, and so on and so on. Now, this method is especially great for credit card debt where interest can add up really quickly. It requires discipline, but it's worth it if you want to save as much money as possible. Method number 3, balance transfers or debt consolidation. Now, if you're dealing with high interest rates and multiple debts, then this might be the best option for you. Here's how it works. With a balance transfer, you move your high interest credit card debt to a new card with a lower interest rate or even one with a 0% introductory rate. There's plenty of these cards out there. Now, this can give you some much needed breathing space as it makes it easier for you to pay off principal balances much faster. Debt consolidation, on the other hand, combines multiple debts into a single loan with a lower interest rate. Now, this simplifies your payments as you only have to worry about one bill each month and can save you money on interest. So for example, let's say you've got 5 credit cards, each with different balances and interest rates. A debt consolidation loan allows you to combine all of those balances into one loan with a fixed monthly payment and a lower interest rate. That makes it easier to stay organized and make consistent payments. Now, just a quick word of caution here. If you go with either of these options, make sure that you're not racking up new debt whilst you're paying off old debt. Also, watch out for fees, especially with balance transfer cards, because some of these charge a fee for transferring your balance, so make sure you do the maths and work out if it's worth it for you. Method number 4, creating and sticking to a budget. Now, this method is all about managing your cash flow effectively so you can prioritize debt repayment. A budget helps you to track your income and expenses, cut unnecessary spending and allocate extra funds towards eliminating debt. Now, one popular approach is the 50-30-20 rule. Here's how it works. 50% of your income goes towards needs like rent, utilities and groceries, 30% goes towards wants like dining out or entertainment, and 20% goes towards debt repayments and savings. Now, if you're really serious about eliminating debt quickly, and hopefully you are, then you might want to adjust those percentages, so maybe put 10% towards wants and 40% towards debt. Now the key is to take control of your spending and direct as much as possible towards paying off what you owe. Now if you're not sure where to start, there are plenty of tools and apps that can help. Apps like Mint or You Need a Budget are great for tracking expenses and setting goals. Or you can just go the old school route and use a spreadsheet. Now the important thing is just to stick to it and make adjustments as needed. So there you have it, 4 proven methods to eliminate debt. The debt snowball method for those who need motivation and quick wins. The debt avalanche method for those who want to save money most on interest. Balance transfers or debt consolidation. This is to simplify payments and hopefully reduce interest. And finally, creating to and sticking to a budget to make sure that you're spending intentionally and maximizing your payments. Now before we wrap up, let me leave you with a few bonus tips. First, stop taking on new debt whilst you're paying off the old debt. It's like trying to fill a bucket with water while there's a hole in the bucket. Fix the hole first. Second, build a small emergency fund, just enough to cover unexpected expenses so you don't have to rely on credit cards. A good starting point is to have $1,000. The best is to have at least 6 months worth of expenses. And third, don't be afraid to negotiate. Call your creditors and ask for a lower interest rate or settlement amount. You'll be surprised how often they're willing to work with you. Alright, that's it for today's video. If you found it helpful and useful, don't forget to like, subscribe and share it with someone who might need a little financial motivation. And let me know in the comments, what's your biggest challenge when it comes to debt? I'd love to hear from you. Thanks for watching and I'll see you again in the next video.